Hello, dear viewers, it's March 12th. We have our traditional review of the events on the fronts. The Ukrainian war, as usual, we begin with the Avdiivka direction where some very important events are happening. The enemy, with no regard for their losses, has been trying to counterattack our troops in the Berdichi area over the past day or two, or rather, I didn't have a review yesterday. His plan is gradually taking shape. That is what he ultimately wants to achieve. There's indeed logic in it. It's very clear. The only question is, does he have enough strength to carry it all out? Knowing that he can't hold the Orlovka line thinly, he's now focusing all his efforts on achieving results in the Berdichi-Akretin area. The goal is to force our troops out of the watershed ridge north of Avdiivka, making an encircling attack impossible, like the Taurus enemy group. In the future, so the approach to the rear of that line of defense that he's now building to the west of Avdiivka, that's why he's now throwing his infantry here without counting. He's trying to counterattack with the last tank reserve in the form of the Abrams battalion, also using his aviation here. Well, what's left of it now, it's all thrown into battle here, and he's been attacking here for about 5 days, has some tactical success, besides the fact that he has driven our troops back to the eastern outskirts of Berdichi. He has advanced a little further, occupied 2 strongholds of our troops along the railway line, and continues to try to move forward. At the same time, a little to the south, our troops are attacking. In general, the situation in the area of Tonenka and Orlovka is developing in favor of our armed forces. There is a gradual squeezing out of the enemy in this sector, and yesterday our troops managed to have a very spectacular, very beautiful attack and break through to the central part of the first. Having crossed the stream and as such entering behind the enemy's Mayday formation, which yesterday afternoon began a full-scale panic because at the same time a blow was struck and also east of Nevelskoye, our troops also managed to advance one forest belt, and the group of opponents in the central part of the settlement remain hanging in the air to its south because the communication lines of this grouping our troops intercepted, and accordingly, if he does not leave there within the upcoming 24 hours, then there's a chance of surrounding him here. There is information that the enemy retreated from the central part of Pervomaisk, but it has not been confirmed yet. Overall, if he retreats from there, then this is quite logical. But again, our success is threatening the enemy's forces in the Nevelskoye area, because just a smidge west of here is literally a detour from the highway. Nevelskoye and correspondingly the only paved road supplying the enemy group at Nevelsk comes under attack. And again, our forces continue to push forward in the northwestern part of Pervomaisk. There's a school, the last significant enemy stronghold in this settlement. Its fall altogether leads to defeat of the enemy in the Nevelskoye area, because in this way we reach the road to Nevelskoye, and correspondingly, in the conditions of the spring thaw, we drastically worsen the supply of the enemy group, which inevitably, without having a rotation of supply through the combat supplies, won't be able to hold its positions for long. And in this way, the northern flank of Krasnohorivka is gradually beginning to collapse. At the same time, just a bit more to the south in the Novomihailovka area, our troops have also achieved major victories. There is an expansion of our positions in the area of the Pobedi village, in the area of the Horhivka village, the gradual encirclement of Novomihailovka from the north. This is clearly evident, as yesterday our enemy lost several key positions in the Novomihailovka area. So the situation is very, very tough for them. We definitely do not rule out what's coming next. We can see the enemy's resistance weakening in this sector and our troops moving forward, especially to the north of this village, because it's right here that the enemy lost vital positions, which might lead to the retreat of the entire enemy's Vuhledar unit behind our lines. So that's the situation here, and